What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I know it's been a while since the last part and that's because I forgot. I'm not even gonna lie, I just forgot about this one, but hey, better late than never. So we're continuing this today. Yeah, if you haven't seen the last two parts, watch them because I kind of forgot myself, so I had to rewatch because I also forgot, so you probably need to too. So that'll be linked above, be sure to check it out if you haven't already. Anyways, today we'll be concluding this series. If you can even call it that. It's only 3 parts, but you get what I mean. So, like goal. Let's put a like goal of 3,000 likes. Let's do that. Yeah, it lets me know you want to see more videos like this one, and it really helps out the channel, so be sure to drop a like. Anyways, let's pick up from where we left off and finally conclude the story. The last part ended with Buu wanting something that was given to him but then taken away. The power of Jiren and Hit, as well as anyone else during the tournament power that he could have absorbed. He wants that back. They all got restored and taken back to their original universes, saving them from being trapped inside of Buu. But he wants it. He wants to go to those universes, absorb them once again, get their power. Then he'll truly become the ultimate being. He was already strong, but this will just make him stronger. Even stronger than the gods of destruction, maybe. And who knows, after this, he could absorb Beerus, maybe even Whis, maybe Zeno. The possibilities are limitless, but he needs to collect more power first. And in order to do that, he's obviously going to have to find a way to travel to other universes. He begins plotting and scheming, finding ways to commit his next violent acts. But around the same time, other people are plotting as well. People that are on a very short timetable. After the tournament of power, Vegeta and Frieza are still there, but only for a limited amount of time. Now, Frieza being there is definitely an issue. If they don't stop him right away, that could really cause some trouble. But as for Vegeta, it's good that they have him there, that's perfect. But oddly enough, they actually have a goal that aligns with Frieza this time. Frieza despises Majin Buu just as much as them. He would want to defeat Buu as well, and he wants to use whatever little time he has left here trying to destroy him. Vegeta's already dead, and the Saiyans are nowhere to be seen, so he doesn't care otherwise. And the group has a pretty crazy idea. Something that sickens Vegeta to no end. They might need to team up with Frieza. This is their chance. With these two alive still, that could help the team. And maybe they can all attack Buu at once, possibly even defeating him. And with Frieza stronger than pretty much anyone else, they definitely do need his help. Vegeta has to make the worst deal of his life. He and Frieza are going to work together in order to stop Majin Buu. But again, they need to work quick. They have a very small amount of time to do this before they return to the afterlife. So they need to do something that'll alert Buu right away. Right now, he's off planet. Immediately after the tournament, he's out in space, trying to gather more powers for himself before he's going to return to Earth. The plan is to ambush him, although he'd probably be expecting it. Back on Earth, they only have one way to do this. Gather the Dragon Balls. By gathering them, this will alert Buu immediately. The clone that he left on Earth to guard everyone will see this, alerting his main body to come over here and attack everyone. They have no other option. And hey, if this works, they'll even have the Dragon Balls on hand right away. Maybe even get them before Buu gets here. It's risky, but the main reason is to actually bring him here. But it does bring that potential upside that they might actually get the Dragon Balls. Although, that's kind of a stretch, because as they're collecting the Dragon Balls, Buu immediately notices this, coming back to Earth at immense speed, teleporting in not long after. Well, it was a long shot. They didn't expect to gather the Dragon Balls right away, but they do have some in hand. And the group is all together. As soon as Buu comes back, they all begin attacking him. Here's their goal. One of them needs to get absorbed. Just one. But how is this supposed to work? Well, there might be a way to counteract his absorption ability. Placing a barrier around themselves will make it so they won't actually get assimilated within Buu. They'll actually be inside of him, able to separate the others. Although, they may be long dead by now, but it's worth a shot. They could probably try and free them. Whether they're alive or not, this needs to be done, and it's worth the risk. It's the only way out of this, and even if it won't work, at least they'll die trying and know that there wasn't any other way. This is their last hope. They have no room for error. The group starts fighting Buu, and he fights them pretty casually. He does have fun though. First of all, seeing Frieza working with everyone is pretty hilarious, but also, this is a fun fighting experience. Of course, he has fought strong people before, but fighting a group of strong people like this does really help him a lot. He was feeling kind of bored and thought he'd never get the enjoyment that he had during the tournament, but with people like Frieza and Vegeta there, it makes it fun, even though he's way ahead of them. Krillin then flings a Kienz on him, slicing off a very small piece of Buu. It doesn't do much damage and he restores it instantly, and Krillin notices that piece of Buu is on the ground. He pretends to act like it's not there, and the group continues fighting, and Krillin is slowly absorbed by it. He immediately puts a barrier up, but makes it seem like he's in trouble, although the group knows not to help him. He's going to be the one to go inside of Buu, and he doesn't even need to fake being nervous. He is pretty nervous because this is all resting on him now, but he plays it up to make sure Buu knows that he doesn't want to be absorbed, or at least thinks he doesn't want to be absorbed. And it's strange, once Buu actually absorbs Krillin, he doesn't feel a huge increase in power. Like, he knew Krillin wasn't the strongest person that he could absorb, but he expected something a little different. Maybe he's at a point where even if he absorbs weak people, it's not going to make a difference. He can only absorb strong people now, probably. Little does he know, he didn't actually absorb Krillin. Well, Krillin is inside of Majin Buu right now, but not assimilated within him. The barrier worked. He can't believe it. And the great thing is, Buu is too distracted by everyone else on the outside and doesn't even realize that Krillin's working in there. Okay, so now he needs to find everyone else in here. I mean, if he's intact like this, that must mean everyone else absorbed by Buu must be the same. Well, if they're still alive. He dreads looking around because he knows how long Goku and the others have been in here, and he prepares himself to see the worst in case they're still not alive. But much to his surprise, he stumbles upon something really odd. He sees all the people that Buu has absorbed. They're in cocoons of sorts. At first, he only sees a few, and immediately he cuts them loose. Inside the cocoons, he sees Goten and Gohan. They look just as they did when they were absorbed. Wait a second, it feels like they're still alive actually. All this time, it's basically been like they're in hibernation, some sort of stasis. He doesn't know what's been going on, but he doesn't question it. These two are still alive. Granted, he was only able to free these two right now. He was hoping he could find Goku first, but this does work. Buu starts to feel strange. He loses a small amount of his power. Not a ton, but enough for him to notice. But just as soon as he notices, it's already too late. Krillin charges a bunch of Hyunzons around him, flinging them all at random. Worst case, they're just gonna damage Buu. Best case, they'll help cut out other people. And they're aimed towards the top of the cave that he's in so it won't cut up anyone that's in the cocoons. More people are cut loose. Eventually, he frees everyone, including another Buu inside of there, that fat one from before. From inside of Buu, pieces of his flesh begins rising up, trying to reabsorb everyone that was just freed. And at the same time, a massive beam is launched from inside of him, trying to kill or at least expel Krillin from inside of him. And this beam, it seems like it'll be too strong to counter, but Krillin doesn't care. At this rate, he'll be destroying everyone inside of him, meaning he won't get this power again. So, at least it had some lasting effect. He tries his best to defend against it, but he knows it's not going to work. Until someone surprising jumps in front of him. A familiar figure stands in front of him, someone with red hair. Actually, 3 of them. They turn back to Krillin. It's Goku, Gohan, and Goten. Wait, what? What is this form that they're using? He's never seen it before. Honestly, they don't know either, and Krillin can't even sense what's going on. But now it's time to escape. They grab everyone else, flying outside. It seems while they're inside of Buu, they also benefited from the power that Buu is gaining. With how much God Ki Buu had access to, and with how long they've been in there, of course they've been exposed to it at this rate. They all transformed, trying to access their strongest form, but access something really different. Unknowingly, they all just got Super Saiyan God. Or at least they've had it, but never had a chance to use it because of how they were contained inside of Buu. And now everyone escapes. Buu begins screaming. Without the others inside of him, it's fine. He still has the power that he got before on his own. But then he sees. One of the other people they pulled out was the other Majin Buu. No, that's the one person that he needed. He calls them idiots. They don't know what they've just done. He starts losing power, but still at the same time, he seems strong. This definitely did weaken him, and he's transforming once more. Everyone freed from Buu is very confused. I mean, they haven't seen anyone and they don't know how long it's been. They see Vegeta there with Super Saiyan 3 and a halo, and Frieza's there but he's golden and also has a halo. What the hell's been going on? They say they'll explain later, and they watch as Buu transforms, regressing into something completely different. Whatever this power is, Goku, Gohan, and Goten will use it, and the others have inherited it too, getting some access to God Ki. Piccolo doesn't get a new form or whatever, but still, he feels empowered. They're confident. With this new help, and with the fact that Buu's weakened, they can counter him. But something's wrong. As Buu transforms into something else, he gets smaller, and his power is lower, but it's more malicious. Like, it seems like it's out of control. Before, Buu was really strong, and he was able to keep it under control. But now that he's regressed into something else, he doesn't have any control over this power. He's completely unrestrained. Without knowing it, they just created Kid Buu. Frieza comments on this, mocking him. Look how small he's gotten. There's no way he'll stand up to them now, especially with the power of Golden Frieza. Frieza then launches towards him. Kid Buu turns over, giving a wicked smile. He then opens his mouth, launching a massive beam. Frieza's barely able to dodge in time. This power, it's completely unrestrained. Even though Buu lost a lot of the people that he absorbed inside of him, Buu is still strong as is. And now that power isn't being controlled by an intelligent mind. It's being controlled by a reckless, destructive brute. If anything, they might have just created a deadlier weapon. They're not facing a sentient Super Buu anymore. They're facing a completely different type of monster. Kid Buu begins fighting, completely unrestrained, not concerned about anything around him. He only has one thing on his mind, destruction. And with the great power that he has, it's going to be pretty easy to accomplish. But now that Frieza sees his strength, he knows to be careful. And with everyone together, maybe, just maybe, they might be able to pull ahead. They need to be careful though. If any of them is hit by one of Kid Buu's attacks, they'll be done for. Frieza then turns over to Goku. Why not use that thing that he used on Namek? That giant energy ball. Maybe that would work. Well, Goku says that would be a good idea, but he still needs to charge it up. They just need to buy him some time. And with how reckless Buu is, it seems like it'll be pretty easy to distract him. So, Goku steps back. They're not going to have his power in the fight, but he's going to lend it to a Spirit Bomb instead. And this will make for an incredibly powerful attack. One that might be able to destroy Buu. He even looks on Vegeta commenting on his new form. So he also got Super Saiyan 3 he sees. But Vegeta's more focused on that red-haired form. In the past few hours that he's been alive again, or at least in the living world, he's been introduced to so much, but never would he expect to see this. Another Super Saiyan form beyond his comprehension. Even Goku doesn't know what it is. But Vegeta's impressed and he could tell. They could do this. He smirks, then powering up, telling Kakarot to not let them down. Gohan and Goten power up. It's so weird for Goten to have this power because he barely even knows how to control it. And as for Gohan, he channels it into Ultimate. Ultimate inherently draws out all his latent powers, so just as soon as he showed off Super Saiyan God, it goes away, but empowers his ultimate form even further, making him a very valuable addition to the team. Piccolo also tries to harness this ki for himself, and even the other Buu gets involved, healing some of the fighters that weren't trapped inside of Buu. He then starts by doing the honors, clashing with Kid Buu. The two start fighting one-on-one, while everyone attacks from the other sides, trying to make sure that Buu makes no progress. They're able to deal a good amount of damage, but of course he restores it right away. They need to deal a bunch of damage in such a short amount of time that he can't regenerate, which is what they hope Goku will be able to accomplish. It's pretty easy to keep Kid Buu distracted. With how many great fighters they have and how strong they are, this actually works. This strategy is going well, and they grant their own energy to Goku. The Spirit Bomb actually charges somewhat quickly. It's not the biggest one he could possibly create, but with all these strong people lending him energy, the power in it is so immense. This is a whole new realm of power that he would have never dreamed of in a million years. He tells everyone to get out of the way, launching the Spirit Bomb towards Buu. Buu tries to catch it, and briefly, he does hold it, but the power in it, it's so immense. Godly ki, the ki of everyone else around here, and it's being pushed by a strong fighter. This energy, it's so immense. And while Buu focuses on pushing this attack back, he's also attacked from all angles from everyone else. Multiple beams hit Buu at once, also pushing the Spirit Bomb forward too. They all coalesce together, creating a massive, powerful blast, swirling together with unfathomable power as it flies off into space, destroying Kid Buu completely, and then exploding with a brilliant light. They did it. They actually did it. They defeated Buu. They can't believe it. But there's still another issue. Frieza. Granted, he does have very little time left, but he's gonna make use of it. I mean, he does have some of the Dragon Balls here, and they know he's gonna try to use it for himself. Although, they're gonna be useless to him, but he doesn't care. He'll make some other wish with these, and then find his way to Namek and revive himself there. He has more than enough time, and all he needs to do is destroy them first. He did team up with them to defeat Buu, but it was only for that. This alliance won't last any longer. He's even more disgusted that all the other Saiyans are back too, and he doesn't want to pass up this opportunity to kill them. He jumps up, high up into the atmosphere, even going beyond it. In his hand, he begins charging a massive attack. Up here, they can't attack him. They can't come into space and fight him here. He's gonna blow up Earth with everyone on it. Everyone tries to attack him from the ground, but everyone with God Ki, they could sense something up there, something that they've never sensed before. It's an incredibly strong power, a power belonging to an unfamiliar source. Frieza doesn't sense it, but then he hears someone talk behind him. He turns around, seeing Beerus standing there with a hand outstretched. He tells Frieza, Majin Buu was his plaything. Even though he didn't like Buu, that doesn't mean he just has the right to destroy him, especially since Frieza's only a temporary guest of the living world right now. How incredibly rude. Before Frieza even has time to respond, he's immediately destroyed by Beerus. He and Whis then descend down upon Earth, surprised to see everyone there, especially to his surprise, 3 Super Saiyan gods, or at least 2 in the form and 1 using similar power, alongside others with godly ki. Oh, well, even though Buu is gone, hey, he might have found a nice new rival for himself, someone strong that'll entertain him. Although, he's gonna have to start from scratch, which is pretty annoying, but he didn't really trust that Buu guy anyways. Keeping him alive was kind of a risk, and the Supreme Kai didn't really like it one bit. This might actually be better. Oh, and there's something he forgot. As a thanks for helping save the universe, and the multiverse, and for making the wish in the first place, there's one other temporary guest of the living world that shouldn't be there. It's Vegeta. It's almost time for him to return, but a gift is given to him. Whis taps him with his staff, and the halo above his head disappears. Wait, is he alive again? Yup, consider it an act of kindness from Beerus. Vegeta would have never expected Beerus to do this, but hey, he's not opposed. And thankfully, they already do have some of the Dragon Balls, so any damage that's been done so far can be restored. They can finally use these again. I mean, it's a weird adjustment too. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, everyone's back after so long, and it's great to have them back, but it's been a while. They not only need to be caught up on everything, but also they haven't aged, and it gives everyone whiplash with how quick they came back. But that's the only downside. Otherwise, everything is going so much better than before. Vegeta's a little bit pissed off that Kakarot surpassed him without even doing anything. He literally just sat inside of Buu and got stronger, but it gives him a newfound sense of pride. All the power he has right now is self-earned, and Goku feels the same way too. He didn't really earn this power, but he wants to make use of it, and Vegeta's gonna attain it for himself. But again, Beerus is a little bit heated that he has to start from scratch. Buu is already so strong, and these guys are weak in comparison. Although, he can whip them into shape quickly. They already have knowledge of God Ki, and one of them even has access to it. He tries to even train Goku's sons, but, well, one of them is still a child, and the other one doesn't really want to go there. Whatever. He has 2 Saiyans on his planet, and one of them's already a Super Saiyan God. But he's just amazed at how the mortals were able to accomplish this. Even with Buu's tyrannical reign over the entire universe, somehow, someway, after all this time, they still remain motivated, they still remain dedicated, and they still came out on top, even with the great odds that they faced. Mortals truly are interesting, and he needs to learn more about them. And also he's content. His universe is in a much better place than before, and it looks better after winning the Tournament of Power. And now without massive threats like Frieza or Buu, the universe is only going to look even better and better. This is great. Despite the weird adjustment of everyone coming back to life after so long, everything's a net positive. And unexpectedly, things worked out very well. And this is where we'll end off for now. So, what did you guys think about this part? And what did you think about this series as a whole? I could technically continue it, but it is about Buu winning, and continuing it without Buu wouldn't really make too much sense. I mean, I could, but I'm not too sure about it. It feels weird without Buu being there. So let me know below. I might continue it if you guys really want to, but otherwise, this is where it ends off. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. It lets me know you want to see more videos like this, and it really helps support the channel. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon to be notified about any future uploads of my channel, including more videos like this one. Anyways, thank you all for watching, thanks for supporting this scenario, and I'll see you all in my next video.